Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. And today we're going to be doing some things with the resistance band. And we're going to focus primarily on the upper body with this band. Now, if you've never done this before, I'm going to highly recommend that you use a light resistance band. You can always come back and add a medium or a heavier band as you get stronger and for a um, different practice. Um, but I'm going to practice this one with a light band today, just as an FYI. And we're going to do some traditional exercises with this band and some more, just a little bit of prep work. But it's, not really Pilates, but it's really good for the upper body work for strengthening, toning, that sort of thing. So that being said, I've got my band and I'm just going to take this band right around the back of the neck here for just a moment. And then we're going to do a nice posture check before we get going. So in turning to the side, you want your hip bones. So where your hip bones are here, not about how wide you think you are, but your hip bones. You want your hip bones, knees and toes to be in this relative alignment here. And look down at your feet. Does one foot come forward of the other? And if it does, are you able to bring the toes back into alignment? Now, for me, I've got a slight rotation in my hip. So if I'm not paying attention, my right foot will actually step a little bit more forward of my left. So I've got that in sync. Good. I'm going to zip up here and I'm rolling my shoulders back. So what I'm looking for is ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles in relative alignment. And I want softer knees here. So just what I mean, so this is a softer knee. This is a locked out knee. When I have a locked out knee, this forces the pelvis to go into an anterior tilt. So, but if I soften that knee, then my pelvis is a little bit more neutral, which is what I want. So I'm zipping up here. I've got that nice posture check. All right, let's take this into a side bend. I'm going to take my band. I'm going to thread the band through the pointer and the thumb, maybe equal parts band here. And I'm a little soft in the knees, and I'm going to take this band up. Good. We're going to side bend to the left. Try to keep the hip even, so we don't want to go out like this. We just want to be just like this. Good. And watch this front shoulder, so we don't want to collapse it forward. Are you able to open it up? Good. Now, for those of you that want something a little bit deeper here, tug on that band. Breathe and expand through that rib cage on your inhale. And then we'll gently take that back up. We'll take that to the other side. So I'm going to side bend to the right. Then I'm watching that front shoulder from collapsing. This might be enough. Maybe you tug, intensifying that stretch just a little bit more. Expand into that rib cage with that inhale. And then coming back up. Good. We're going to take this into a twist now. So I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to rotate and I'm going to pull down. Now, I'm keeping my hips forward. That's a little bit of a harder rotation, keeps it all in the torso. If you need to rotate with your hips today, that is okay. Come back to where I was. So I'm rotating, I'm pulling down, I'm rolling my shoulders back as I look behind me. You should get a stretch in the neck here and then the shoulders. And then from here, I'm going to take that back up. I'm going to move through center. Good. And I'm going to take that down, rolling the shoulders back, looking more behind me. And then lifting back up and coming back. Good. Let's take this into a little bit of a vitality wheel here. So for here, I'm going to come back. My band is in half. I'm still threading it through. I'm holding on to the edges. I'm going to come up. I'm going to rotate towards my left. I'm reaching. I've got a gentle tug in my band. I'm bending my knees as I come down, and I'm going to roll through center. And I'm going to come back up and open. And let's take that again. And round, bending the knees, moving through center. Let head and neck be free. And up. Good. One more time through. This feels good. A lot of parts of my back. And then I'm going to take this back down. And coming back to the side where we started. Good. I'm going to undo my band again. We're going to come into a shoulder opener here. So I'm still threading and my knees are soft and I'm going to take this up and maybe I come back a little bit and then come back forward. So you want to try not to pop the chest forward here, and we don't want to round like this. It's not flopping around like a fish. Now, the nice thing about the stretchy band is that the band can stretch. So we want to keep the arms long when we come back. We don't want to bend the elbow. Take a wider grip if you need to. And you can go to your range of motion. So I can come all the way back here. You might not be able to. Watch or feel as you move, where is your greatest stretch? And then the next time you take it back there, could you find that spot and hold it there? So even though I can take my strap all the way to my hip, this right here is actually my maximum stretch. And when I'm ready, I'm going to bring that back up. Good. Let's roll out the shoulders. So we're going to warm up a little bit with some exercises with this band. And we're going to stand on this band. So as I stand on the band, I want that band to be nice and flat. My feet are about hip width apart. Now, we're going to do some side raises here. So again, you can always make this more challenging, rolling up here. Just kind of grip where you need to grip. Make sure you don't let go of the band. So for here, for me, good. I'm pressing into my feet, and I'm just going to lift out to the side. No higher than the shoulder, and come down. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. Woo! Rolling that out. Let's do a squat with a forward raise. So I'm going to come here. As I squat, I'm raising forward, and I'm coming back down. And 2. 3. Belly button in nice and tight. 4. 5. And 6. All right. Let's step out of that band. We're going to come to a chest press, So I'm going to take this band behind me, and it's okay if it's not flat. It can be bunched up a little bit, but I do want it to be right about here. And I will encourage you to wrap around here. The more you wrap, the harder you're going to make this. Okay. We're going to come right here. Belly button is in. So chest press. So we're going to push forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, from here, let's do single arm. So I'm going to get a rotation in here. So from here, my palm, you may not be able to see your roll, but my palm is facing on my wall. And I'm going to rotate and come down and come back in. And rotate. And maybe the palm even goes up to the ceiling, and rotate as you punch. And rotate and punch. And rotate and punch. And one more time. Rotate and punch. And we'll do that to the other side now. So from here, and rotate and punch. And rotate and punch. And rotate and punch. And rotate and punch. And belly button is in. And we'll do a couple more because I've lost count and didn't really know how many we did on the other side. Good. And we'll take that back down. All right. We're going to put this band to the side for a moment. We'll come back to it. We're going to come to some standing roll downs into some Pilates push-ups. So options, you can be parallel hip width apart. And if you've got a back issue, this is where I recommend that you go. You're also going to bend your knees a little bit more if you've got a back issue as well. Stepping the feet together or closer together is going to be a little bit more challenging. Coming to Pilates V, which looks like this, about a fifth width apart between toes. It's going to be the most challenging. So you pick yours. I'm going to do V today. Zipping up, big inhale, exhale. I'm peeling off bone by bone as best as I can from an imaginary wall. So as I round forward, my arms are just doing what they're doing. Good. So they're just hanging there. They're not rigid. As I come down, inhale, pressing into the floor, pressing into the legs, stacking bone by bone as I come all the way back up. Let's do that again. This time, arms up by the ears. Arms will stay by the ears. Inhale, exhale, and round. Another visual is like you're folding over a beach ball or some kind of a rod maybe. Taking that down. We'll walk that out. Find the plank. Find the plank. Elbows forward. Good. Elbows straight back halfway and push 1. Push 2. Push 3. Bent knees or long legs. As you walk the hands back, hips stop over the ankles. You can walk that up if you want to. Let's take the arms back up. Let's open into a little back bend. And we are going to take that again. So big inhale, exhale, round. So it's better to bend the knees than to hinge the hips back. That's a hard habit pattern to get out of. So practice well from your plank. Elbows turn forward. Here we go. Halfway down. 1. Try not to collapse the shoulders. Take the knees if you need to. 2 and 3. Woo! From here, let's drop the knees, coming to all fours. From all fours, let's take this into some cat-cow. So knees can be about hip width apart. Tops of the feet will be down here. We're spreading the fingers, rooting through pinky, pointer, and thumb. Press the floor away. We are protracted. And let's take some sternum drop. So this is protracted, shoulders away from the ears, and retracted. Protracted, retracted. Protraction, retraction. Protraction, retraction. This is also called sternum drops. It's a nice one to do to keep that scapular mobility going well and supple when it gets tight. Makes a lot of things really hard. So from here then, going into a round of cat-cow, belly button is in. Inhale, take the chest forward, tip the pelvis back. Exhale and round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round. Good. From here, let's take just a little bit of a child's pose. Knees can come a little bit wider. Just take the arms forward. Maybe you want to cupcake them a little bit, decompressing. Just find what it is that you need. And then once you're ready, we're going to come back to all fours. We're going to come to opposite arm, opposite leg work. So from here, I'm going to start taking my left foot back. I'm going to press back through that heel. I'm going to let that hip drop slightly. That just evens up the pelvis. Belly button is in. Nice little stretch into the back of the leg. Once you're ready, good. Maybe you lift a little bit. Maybe you lift hip height. Careful not to do this dip here to be nice and strong. Opposite arm's going to come forward. Belly button is in. We're breathing. We're breathing. We're breathing. Maybe you want to experiment taking that out to a diagonal. A little bit harder on the abs. And coming back in and taking that down. Again, you can come back and decompress for a moment. We're going to go again. We're going to take that to the other side. So from all fours, right foot's going to come back. Pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mound. Right hip's going to drop just a little bit. Press to that heel. Belly button is in. And once you're ready, good, we'll come up. Good. Go to the height that's appropriate for your body. Might be different on this side. Opposite arm is going to lift. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Expand. And then if you want to play with that diagonal, you can take it. And we'll come back to center and take that down. Come back again. One more time. Decompress. And when you're ready, we're going to take this onto our back, onto the back. So as we come onto the back, go ahead and have your band handy, because we will bring that in here in a moment while we're down here. Otherwise, once you come down here, if it would feel good to you for a moment to take your feet as wide as the mat, or a little bit wider than hips if you're not on a mat, belly button in, let the knees go side to side a little bit here. Sometimes I think that's so lovely. Once you're ready, good, we'll bring those feet back in line with the hips. So from here, we're going to come into some pelvic tilting. So we're going to rock the pelvis forward and back. So make sure you don't have clothing or something bunched up underneath there. And I'm going to take my arms out to the side. You don't have to do that. That's just so you can better see what I'm doing. So I'm going to zip up from the pubic bone to behind the navel. Belly button is in. So I might or might not have a little space under the low back here. Okay. But I'm going to take this into the posterior tilt. So I'm rocking my pelvis back towards me, maybe lightly closing any space I have under there, pubic bones coming more towards the face. And then I'm going to take this into the anterior tilt, hip bones rock forward, maybe creating more space, but not so much space that it creates a back issue. Okay. And then I'm just going to zip and take it posterior and anterior and posterior and anterior. Now, while you're doing this, think about your abs are pulling and doing this work. We don't want to press into the feet. We don't want to squeeze the glutes. Kind of loosens up the low back a little bit for most people. Okay. And then from here, coming back to neutral, just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle for a moment. All right, let's go into an articulating bridge. So we're going to roll up and roll down bone by bone. If you have a shoulder issue where your shoulders like to curl up here and not be on the floor, see if you can do robot arm, and that'll give you a little bit more opening here to be able to do that. If you don't need that, arms can be down by your side. Whether you're doing robot arms or arms long, you're going to press into those arms and shoulders as well as the feet when you come up. So zip up here. We're going to rock the pelvis back, heeling up bone by bone, lifting up into the bridge. Then we'll lower down bone by bone from the mid-back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, to the sacrum. Good. My feet are a little bit too far out, but just a little bit more. Good. So from here, rocking back through the sacrum, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, up to the mid-back, lowering from the mid-back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and back to your safe neutral. Now, this time, we're going to lift it up and hold it for a moment. So rocking back through sacrum, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, to the mid-back. Now, hold it right here. Take a big breath. Now, as we roll down, I want you to think about finding just a little bit more space between each vertebrae, okay? So lowering down from the mid-back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and back to safe neutral. Bringing the knees into the chest, and we will rock, rock, rock side to side. We're going to grab our band. So we're going to do some chest lift variations with this band. And I'm going to fold this band back in half. And what the band is going to do is it's going to give you a little bit of a deeper core connection here. And it will be strengthening for the shoulders too. But the core is what we're really after. So from here, knees are going to be grounded for right now. Good. I've got that band between the pointer and thumb. And excuse me, I'm going to tug on it just a bit. So I don't want to come all the way out. I just want a little bit where I just feel a little bit of a core connection there right below the knee. I'm going to hold that. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin and reach. Good. And then taking that back down. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge, if you're able to take your arms back without the low rib cage popping up, you can. And when you're ready, full chest lift. And we'll take that up and reach. And taking that back down. You can stay with that or you can add more challenge. Taking that right leg into a diagonal line. Inhale, exhale as you lift, bend that knee, reach over that knee and take it back down. Exhale, reach over the knee and inhale on the down. Exhale over the knee and back down. Let's add a twist. Up and over and take it back down. Up and over and take it back down. I've still got that tug on the band. Exhale, up and over and back down. Going right into the other side, left leg, up center, reach over and take it down. Exhale, lift and reach and take it down. Exhale, lift and reach and take it down. To the left and reach and down. Left and reach and down. Left and reach and down. Take that down, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to take this now into hundreds, and we're going to give the band a little bit of a break here. So you can keep your feet grounded. You can be tabletop or diagonal line. You can be parallel, maximum challenge. Take the legs into your Pilates V stance. Okay, so I'm going to start right here. Arms are up. Inhale, exhale, I'm going to lift. I'm going to take my legs long in my V. I'm pumping long and strong with my arms. And I inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, relax the shoulders. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the chest higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift higher, reach deeper, and take that down. Woo. Rock, 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 side to side. Let's get a supine twist in here. Knees in tabletop, arms out to the side. Let those knees come all the way to the right. And when you do, try to keep the left shoulder grounded, looking to the left. Now this feels good after that work. Big breath, nice big expansion. And once you're ready, head back to center. One leg at a time, or use your abs to bring you back in the center. Inhale, exhale. We'll take those knees over to the left, keeping right shoulder grounded, looking to the right. Breathe and expand. And then once you're ready, good, head back to center, one leg at a time, coming back up. Let's go into a rolling like a ball here. So you can cross the legs if you want to. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to hold on to the shins. You can hold on here, but try not to do the swinging around. So from here, we'll come, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Could you come up and balance? Balance, balance, balance. Maybe balance into a boat. Maybe legs long. Maybe you're holding on. Maybe let go. Spine is long. Are you balanced on both sits bones, or are you veering to one side? Find the balance. And then we'll take that down. All right. Let's go into some roll downs and roll ups here. So you could do this with bent knees. You can do it with long legs as well. You can go back to your point of control, or you can follow me and try to do the full. I like a little pad at my lumbar. So I'm going to have that right there, and I'm just going to test that spot. Good. Okay. So from here, when you're ready, good. Arms are forward, zipping up, nice and tall. Good. Belly button in, scoop, scoop, scoop. You're rolling back, bone by bone. And coming back. Inhale, exhale. And coming forward, and coming forward. And then we'll keep that as we go back into number 2. Coming forward and taking that down. You want to try to get yourself where your feet don't flop up off the ground and you're not rolling over to the side and using your elbow. That's cheating. And you don't want to whip up, because if you're doing that, you're not using your abs. It's all momentum. Inhale, exhale. And then let's go. We'll come up one more time here. Good. Good. And then from here, once you're ready, I'm just going to take that last roll down. Good. I'll remove my pad out from under me. I'm going to grab my band again, and we're going to stretch the hamstrings and then go into some circles here. So for here, you do want the band to be flat around the foot. We're going to do the right foot first, because if this band is not flat around the foot and bunched up, it can roll, snap, hit you in the face. You're having a bad day. Make sure the band is equal part off overside. You are welcome to wrap. I like a different grip when I do mine, and you'll see here in a moment. So your left knee can be bent if that's what your back needs. It can also be long. But when you're ready, once you've got the grip that you need, good. We'll take that leg in towards the face. Upper body is grounded here. Really reach to that left side. Breathing. Knee is slightly bent, so we don't want it to be locked out. And then once you're ready, we'll come back up. I'm going to take a higher grip on my band. Both hips are going to be grounded. I'm going to take that leg out to the right. Again, I'm really reaching through that left side. And you can wiggle around here, finding what you need. Belly button is in. We'll take that up and cross. We'll switch hands, wiggle around, and find your special spot. Not everybody's just directly across. And then we'll come back up. So now we're going to take the band in both hands. You can wrap it around if you want to do that. I like to just pull straight down where my elbows and the back of my arms are grounded here. My belly button is in. Remember, this is as much core work as it is hip work, okay? So hips stay grounded, and we're going to circle. You can do small or large. I'm going to do large. 1, larger is a little bit harder on the abs. 2, 3, 4, and let's reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then once you're ready, we're going to take that to the other side. You can do a mid-air switcheroo here, making sure that band is nice and flat again. Good. So find the grip that you need for your stretch. This need to be bent for long. And then we'll take that back. Good. Find yours. Upper body's grounded. Knee has a slight bend to it. Breathing, maybe noticing now which side is your tighter side or your more open side. This is my tighter side for sure. My left side is my stronger side, even though I'm right-handed, so go figure. And then once you're ready, then we'll take that back up. Both straps into the left hand. Find the grip you need. Left leg's going to go out left. Wiggle around, find your best spot. Reaching through this right side. You can even have a hand here if it helps. Remind you to keep that hand, or not the hand down, but the hip down. And then once you're ready, good. We'll take that back up. We'll arc it over, wiggle around, find your best spot. We're going to come back up, and we're going to take the circle. So I'm going to move out just a little bit here just so I don't hit my wall. Find the grip that's appropriate for you. So for me, I like to kind of choke up and then pull straight down. We're wide through the collarbone here. Belly button is in. Find, whoop, that flipped. Let me try that again. Good. And we'll circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll remove that foot from the strap. We'll put that strap to the side for a moment. We're going to transition to a seat. You're welcome to roll over to your side. I'm going to come back and roll like a ball. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming up to my balance. Now you can hold this balance. Maybe you want a little bit of a open leg rocker press, holding onto the legs, the feet, or the toes. Nice long spine. And when you're ready, good. We'll take those feet back down. We're going to go into Saw series here. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to take my legs about mat width apart here. And we're only going to use this band for the last part of when we do saw, but not for the first parts of it. So sitting up nice and tall. Imagine where we were when we were doing this standing. Now this is a seated version. Spine version. Spine stretch forward. I'm not sure where that word popped into my head, but sorry about that. So from here, we're going to round, getting that, like folding over the ball, that C scoop. Ears are by the bicep. And then when you're ready, we're going to stack bone by bone. So let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, nod, round, reaching. Now for a moment, because you hold here, some of you will stay here. Some of you are going to reach and find a little bit of an extension with this one. And then coming back, rounding and back. Good. Let's take the arms out to the side. Let's get a side bend, hips stay grounded and reach. You're squeezing that right low rib cage and top of the hip bone together. And then we'll come back up. And we're going to do that again on the other side. Reaching. Now we're squeezing the left side. Coming back up. Let's do that one more time. Going to the right. And coming back up. And we'll go to the left. And coming back. Now, going to rotation. Kind of imagine that your arms are moving like a rod. So when we rotate, this back arm doesn't come forward. Okay. So from here, and we'll do this with a pulse today because sometimes pulsing is fun. Hips stay grounded. And when you're ready, we're going to pulse, pulse, exhale, center. Pulse, pulse, center. Pulse, pulse, center. Pulse, pulse, center. And you should actually exhale on the pulse, inhale, center. I said that wrong. I'm going to do one more set just because I like these a lot and they feel good. And relax. Rolling shoulders back. So we're going to put those principles together going into saw. So if you don't have a band and you're still practicing with me, just rotate. This is what this looks like. Okay. Those of you that are using a band, you're going to have a wide grip. Good. You're going to reach forward. You're going to rotate. Back band anchors. You're going to reach forward like you're trying to saw the pinky toe off. Good. We're going to come open. Watch your neck and throat as you come back. Take that back forward and come back center. And we'll rotate. And backhand's going to anchor as we reach and round. We're going to come back and open. Come back forward. And come back center. And rotate. Backhand anchors. Reach and round. Open up. Look where you're going. Coming back forward. Back to center. Last one, last side. And we'll rotate. Backhand anchors. Reach and round. Opening up. Taking that forward. Back again. And back center. And just roll those shoulders out for a moment. Good. You can take your legs a little closer together here. I'm going to take my band. And I'm going to place that band nice and flat around the feet. Good. So again, on this one, some of it depends on how long your band is. For me, I'm just going to wrap one time around the wrist. And then from here, we're going to turn this into some core exercises in rowing. So I'm just going to come back to my point of control where I feel like either I need to keep coming back or the legs need to come up. Once you're there, good, I'm going to come back forward. Let's do that one more time. And come back forward. Let's take the arms forward. We're going to open and rotate to the side as we come back. If you've got osteoporosis, you do this one with caution or without your band. So we're going to come back and open and back center, back and open and center, back and open and center, and open and center. Let's try that a different way. Come back. Now rotate and open. You can come a little wider. Center, staying right here. Rotate and open and center. Rotate and open and center. And rotate and open and center. We'll come back up for a moment. Going into bicep curls from here. So I'm going to teach where I've got my hands here with just the one wrap. You can obviously, if you wrap more, you're going to make this harder. So be mindful. So you can bicep curl from here. You want a little bit more of a core component with it. Lean back a little bit, nice and long. Reach the arms long. Turn the palms towards the ceiling. Here we go. 6. Nice, slow and controlled. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Let's come forward. Long back if you need to. I'm going to pull my elbows back here, rolling my shoulders back so I'm nice and wide, turning my palms back behind me, tricep kick back, and we'll press 1, Full extension if you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's give this band a break. Let's come back onto our back. I'm going to roll down to do so. And as you come down here, if you need to wiggle, 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 take that. We're going to go right into our series of 5. Series of 5. So starting with single leg stretch, we're going to go up to 8 sets of this one. Knees in tabletop position. Arms are up. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to come up. I'm going to reach in and go here. And here we go. So really pull, really reach. Hips stay grounded. We don't rock side to side. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and 6, 7, and 8. And we'll bring that down. Single straight leg stretch. Legs are going to come up here. I'm going to start on the left side this time. So I'm going to come up. Good. I'm reaching as high as I can. My right leg is going to come long into a hover. Good. And we're going to pulse and pull. Try to only pulse and pull the leg you're holding on. Try not to pulse this leg. It's hard, easier said than done, I know, but try that. So here we go. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Take head and neck from side to side. 4 times, we're going to do double leg stretch. 4 times double leg stretch. You can keep legs in parallel. You want a little bit more challenge, reach out with a Pilates V. So from here, coming up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Taking that down. Double straight leg stretch. Hands can be under here. Upper body can be grounded. We're in a C curve. Again, legs can be in parallel or Pilates V for more challenge. From here, I'm going to exhale and come up. Inhale on the lower. Exhale, lift 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bring that down. Good. Crisscross. So your legs are going to be just like they were in single leg stretch, only this time we're going to rotate from the torso. Hips stay grounded, so hips aren't rocking here when we do this one. Hands will be behind the head. Elbows are out wide. So you want to lead with the shoulders, not with the elbow. That facilitates better rotation and more effective oblique work. So when you're ready, here we go. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, and inhale and exhale, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good, and take that down and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. From here, we're gonna roll over to our side. So I'm gonna come over onto my right side, and my right side. So from here, you can be up on the forearm if you wanna do that. Just make sure you're not doing this. You can be on the elbow if you wanna do that, which is what I'm gonna do today, or it can be all the way down. Be where you need to be for your body. Good. It's harder if your legs are stacked in a nice parallel line. It's easier if you bend this bottom leg. So kind of choose your challenge here. Top leg is about shoulder width apart. Belly button, shoulder width apart. Hip height is a better way to say that. Hip height, zipping up. And when you're ready, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now from here, we're going to do a drag. So we're going to drag up and go 1, flex as you come down, point and drag 2, flex as you lower down. Point and drag 3. Flex as you come down. Point and drag 4. Flex as you come down. Now we're going to reverse that. So we're going to flex up, point, bend, drag it forward. Point, bend, drag forward. Point, bend, drag forward. Last one. Point, bend, and drag forward. Good. So from here, once you're ready, we're going to come onto our back and we're going to do swan here. And we're going to do this one with the band on our backs here. So we're just getting a little bit of resistance when we come. So just like with the chest press earlier, you want that band to be up high on the back here. Good. And then you're going to take a few wraps of the hands. And of course, the more you wrap, the harder you make it. So be mindful of that too. And then your hands are going to be right here on the floor. So rolling the shoulders back, belly button is in. When you're ready, maybe it's a baby swan, maybe it's a high swan. And you're going to slowly lower that back down. And inhale for 2. And slowly lower. Just like with articulating bridge, can you find more space between the vertebrae as you lower down? Good. And 4. And coming down. Good. Release that. We'll put that to the side. We're going to come to the other side for side series. I'm just going to move over here. Good. So then from here, when you're ready, try to do the same thing over here that you did on the other side so that you're even. If you can't, that's okay, but just try to find where you need to be. Are you in a stack? Are you bent? Find what you need. And then here we go. Belly button is in. We're hip height. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now from here, here's those drags. So from here, I'm going to turn up just a little bit. I'm going to drag in, come up, flex, and come down. Point and drag, lift, flex on the down. Point and drag, lift, flex on the down. One more this direction, point, drag and lift, and flex on the down. And we'll reverse. We'll flex up, point, bend, drag it forward, flex, point, bend, drag it forward, flex, point, bend, drag it forward. One more time, flex, point, bend, and drag it forward. All right, from here, when you're ready, let us come to plank. Come to plank. And you know what, before we do that, let's do a little bit of a quad stretch and a little bit of a balance challenge with that today. So I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna take my left foot forward. Good, I'm just gonna come here. So I'm getting the quad and hip flexor on the side. Good, you can hold on here, hands to me on the floor. If you take your arms up, it's a little bit more of a balance. Make sure that front heel is grounded. So if it's lifted up or doing something funny, try not to let it do that. And we'll take that back. Let's go to the other side. The right foot's gonna come forward. Good, we'll take that in. Good. Find it where you're gonna find it. Oh, this feels so good. Zip up that front belly. And then we'll come out of there. So we're gonna go to some plank work here. Continuing with upper body and abs. So remember, you can always have a knee down plank here. You're welcome to do a forearm plank on this one, knees lifted or grounded. Or you can follow me with a high plank. We're gonna do this for a 10 count for this first one. So whenever you're ready, spreading the fingers wide, good. Find your place. Find your length, whatever version you're doing, find that length. We're protracted, and we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop, little child's pose. but not for too long. We're going to do this again. We're going to add the leg lift with it. So coming back, knees down or lifted. Here we go. Right side, pulse, pulse, lower, left, pulse, pulse, lower, right, pulse, pulse, lower, left, pulse, pulse, lower. One more time, pulse, pulse, lower, pulse, pulse, lower. Drop the knees and take that back. Good. Now from here, we're going to take this into a reverse table. Reverse table. So my hands are going to come behind here. They can't, fingers can face you. They can also turn out just a little bit if that's what you need. My knees are going to start bent. Good. And I'm going to press up just to be here. Okay. So I want my shoulders at this point to be a little bit forward of my hands. Okay. So then when I press into my feet and come up, then my shoulders don't go behind my wrist. Okay. So this should be work, just being here. Belly button is in. You need to come out, come out. Some of you are going to add on. Maybe you reach, reach. Maybe you stay with that. Or maybe you go with march. March. Woo! Feel that in the upper body. Feel that in the core. Maybe even a little bit into the rear end. Woo! And then we'll take that down. Good. Take the legs forward. Fold forward. Get a nice little stretch here. When you're ready, we're going to cross the ankles, come forward. We're going to come up to a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So I'm just going to come to this nice little angle here and just find that nice stretch on the back of the leg. Maybe you need a little bend in the knees. That's okay. We're protracted here again, so shoulders away from the ears. And then once you're ready, I'm going to bend my knees on this one and walk my hands back. And I'm going to round and come to standing. Good. I'm just going to use my foot here, bringing my band. We're going to finish with some standing shoulder exercises before we do a final stretch. So from here, this is a lateral press with band. So I'm going to roll this up. Again, the more you roll it, the harder you make it. So I'm going to come right here. My belly button is in. My knees are soft. My band is no higher than my shoulders. And I'm just going to pull to the side. 1, 2, really squeeze those shoulder blades back there. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. From here, you can choke up a little bit or stay where you are. We're going to do this as a pull down. So you're going to pull this out to the side as you pull the elbows down. And when you're ready, and this will come right in front of you. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Roll that out, going back to our stretches from the beginning, threading those fingers. We're threading the band through the pointer and the thumb. So we'll take that up and we'll take that over. Maybe a gentle tug. Reach, reach, reach. And coming back to center, taking it to the other side. Maybe a tug. Reach, reach, reach. Coming back. Good. Finding that rotation. Hips stay forward now. If you can, rotate. Pull down. Rolling shoulders back and reach. And coming up, moving through center, other side, pulling down, rolling shoulders back, reach. And lifting up. Let's do one vitality wheel here. So we'll rotate, we'll reach, bend those knees, come down, coming back up, and then going back where we started. Coming back up, final 2 stretches. And then take this band forward, reach and round. And I'm giving a gentle tug here on my band. Good. And then you can take it behind you. Good. Pressing down, maybe a little bit back and lift. Good. Drop that band, arms out, rotate. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, bend the knees as you come down, pressing through. And exhale, Way to go. You made it through this upper body challenge with the resistance band. I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you again really soon. Bye bye.